I think this is a prime time for pharmacy to really get behind not only ShotRx, but places like ShotRx or individuals like Merica and I who are out here trying to push the envelope for pharmacy. My name is Dr. Ted Lyons and I'm a pharmacist.
My name is Dr. Merica Lyons and I'm a pharmacist.
ShotRx is a full-service health clinic, a primary care clinic. We started off during COVID. We opened up to be a vaccination clinic to help address some of the problems that we knew would arise with hesitancy and being able to get everybody vaccinated for COVID. We then quickly expanded into also doing vaccines for children and childhood immunizations because that was one of the things that happened with COVID as well. Children weren't able to see their pediatrician, so we expanded into that and then into primary care.
The response to the community has been great. We go out into the community and give the vaccinations, and the patients are very receptive. They're thankful that we come out to their community so they don't have to go and find somewhere else where they can get vaccinations. The process is simple but a little complicated. So we get requests from the community, whether it be a community center, a church, or anywhere like that. We make sure that we have availability during that day, and then what we do is on that day we go out into the community. We don't have to have any type of power or anything like that. We're strictly mobile, so we go out, we make sure that we have our tables and chairs and everything like that, and wherever they need us to come, whether it's a church, community center, park, anywhere, we can go out, make sure that the people are served and they're taken care of.
Right. We have a full mobile setup that utilizes power packs and portable refrigerators and freezers that have all been approved to actually transport vaccine and everything. So it's a great when we go out to the community and they're like, well, do you need this? We have everything. I got involved with pharmacy. My sister's a dentist and she went to University of Tennessee Dental School. Her roommate was in pharmacy school at the time, so I talked to her and got interested in pharmacy, and while I was in undergrad I came up and did a summer program, fell in love with pharmacy. So that became my career path, but also worked with Dr. Dick Gorley at UT, and he was doing a PhD in health science administration, which allows you to do things like we're kind of doing now. It's kind of developing community services and clinical services in the community outside of what pharmacists normally do, and that was one of my PhD projects and everything. And when I got through school, continued to do that, did it for a large national chain who didn't have an immunization program or anything, created that from the ground up for them. Once I did that, went into our own private practice. We opened up our own pharmacy, started doing weight management. We did, of course, immunizations and everything. We did home deliveries before people were doing it. Ended up selling that pharmacy back to the national chain I used to work for. And then we ultimately came to where we are now, probably about 10 years down the road from when we closed the pharmacy.
Yeah. So leaving high school, I knew that I wanted to do something in healthcare. I didn't know if I wanted to be a doctor, pharmacist, and so I chose to paddle pharmacy. And I remember as a little kid, taking that pink medicine, that you get, all the kids take the pink medicine. So I decided to go to pharmacy school, went into pharmacy school, and then last year at pharmacy school you do training. And so I fell in love with talking to the people and making sure that the people are being taken care of. I did the traditional pharmacy as when I graduated, the retail for a number of years. Then left there and went into what we call a IV pharmacy. So it was very interesting because we provided all the IVs that you get in the hospital. So now I know where the PCAs come from, the IV bags. I was there helping to make those. And one of the other interesting places that I worked was with hospice patients. So to make sure that those patients were taken care of at the end of life, basically during the quality of life, because at this point, we're at the end, making sure that the families had everything they need so that the patients can be comfortable toward the end of life. And then we end up journeying back around to opening our own business, which, I'm glad we have done that.
We do AWVs, annual wellness visits for Medicare. We do weight management, nutrition, all these things, and we got all this wonderful information. We got pharmacy school. Then there wasn't a lot of places to actually utilize this. And now that there's a need for, I think this is a prime time for pharmacy to really get behind not only ShotRx, but places like ShotRx or individuals like Merica and I who are out here trying to push the envelope for pharmacy and say, look at all the stuff that we can do and help the healthcare team out with. Right now, mental health facilities are asking us to do injections for them and everything. We have so many areas that as a pharmacist, you are the drug specialist on the healthcare team and your knowledge is needed. Then you also have these wonderful clinical skills that we've picked up in the PharmD programs across the country.
I think one main skill is that you have to stay focused. You have to stay focused on what the goal is, what you're trying to achieve, and also making sure that you pay attention to detail and not miss anything that that's needed for to run your business. Having that type of drive, having a goal set, and knowing that what you think you don't have to just fit inside of a box. So if that box, you can bust the box and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Pushing the envelope just a little bit farther. Even from what we're doing right now, you can do whatever it is you think pharmacy, don't let it be limitation on what you think pharmacy should be. Right now we have about 15 staff members. It's starting out with just the two of us, going into the community with our cars, making sure that people get, what they need. But God has blessed us so much where, we've grown. We have 15 staff members. Usually when we go to an event, it's about 3 to 4 people that can go to the event. And everyone has their role. We have our vaccinators, everyone on the staff can vaccinate. And so we make sure that, the paperwork is completed, those vaccinate, those that, observe the patients after they get their vaccine. So with having the, 15 people, we can do about 3 to 40 events, on a daily basis.
We actually started an internship program where we do take high school students and we take undergraduate students. So we had about 7 of them this summer.
Yes.
So we're giving them exactly what they need. You need to go out and find out, one, if it's really for you. When you are talking about the entrepreneur side, the business side of pharmacy, that's not for everyone. But there's something for every single person who wants to help someone, because that's kind of the basis of pharmacy. We like to help. If you're a person who wants to help someone, there's somewhere in pharmacy that you fit. From county government, city government, state government, to school officials, everyone else. We're having conversations all across the board with where a clinic like ShotRx fits into taking care of the community. So there's a lot of Memphis is always in the top 10 of homelessness and in childhood hunger. And so what we're teaming up with the county and some other folks to do is to do healthcare for the homeless. So we've already started opening our doors an extra 4 hours a week. We keep a nurse practitioner and a small staff here late so anyone who's homeless can come in and receive free healthcare that the county actually pays for them, so that we can help with the homeless situation that's out there. We are more.